Hello, everybody. I was trying to go live in my office inside, and my daughter is showering, getting ready for her 8th grade graduation ceremony. She is showering, and she's blaring Taylor Swift. So I thought I would come out here to connect with you all. I want to tell you a little story about, well, it's a powerful story for me, about my weight loss journey and some of the things that happened, to see if you can relate to that, to offer value and inspiration and even some education on what might be happening if you are on a weight loss journey and struggling, which I think so many of us are and so many of us do. And I am doing a workshop in 2 days called the Stop Overeating Workshop. And I wanted to tell you a story about one of the things that I had to overcome in being the body weight that I want to be on my weight loss journey. So in 2016, I hired, I guess he was a weight loss coach, but he puts people on stage for fitness. And I was probably 25 pounds overweight. I wasn't eating sugar and flour at the time. I gave up sugar and flour for about 13 years. And so I wasn't eating sugar and flour, and I still gained weight because I was an emotional eater. It really didn't matter. Sugar and flour was not the problem. And I can go into that. But I hired a coach to help me. He put me on a very regimented food plan, a detox, and I started to lose weight fast. And I had never been as thin as I was getting. And in that process, I could feel panic in my body. I was waking up in panic that it was going to go away, that I was going to sabotage it in some way. I never was able to get down to a low weight and stay there. And so when I was losing weight, what was happening was all those beliefs that I was not capable, that I wasn't worthy. Deep down, I didn't believe I was worthy of being that weight. I didn't believe I was the person that could be that weight. And I was in such emotional stress and turmoil, fear. I had so much fear. I was gripping I was gripping during the journey. I was holding on so tight, petrified of doing it wrong, petrified of the food I was putting in my mouth, petrified. And I remember him saying to me, he was not a mindset coach, but I remember him saying to me, I've never met anyone like you. You have to relax. You're living in so much fear. I've never met anyone like you. And that was so fascinating to me. And at the time I didn't understand. It was because I didn't feel worthy of being at that low weight. And I was triggered as I was getting lower that I was going to lose it. Because when you don't think you're worthy, you don't even believe you're the person that's capable of even attaining it. And because I was attaining it, I didn't believe I was the one accomplishing it, that it was some outside being doing it. He was the one giving me the process. But I was actually the one showing up and doing it every day, and I was not giving myself any credit. It was like I wasn't worthy, so the universe was going to take it from me. And I didn't even enjoy it. And then I got down to a very low weight, eating very little amount of calories. I was eating fish 2 times a day, bland food, no carbs, and I was suffering through that journey. I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying what I was eating. It was like I was a prisoner of the circumstance. And then I just felt like an impostor in my body. I was super fit. I had a 6-pack, crazy, like defied my genetics. No one in my genetic history has ever had a 6-pack. And here I was with a 6-pack abs. And I didn't enjoy it. I felt like an imposter in my own body. Because I never truly felt worthy of being a certain weight. It sounds wild, but you may have never even have thought about this. But if you don't believe you are worthy of being thin, if you don't believe you're the person that can be a certain weight and stay there, If you're on a weight loss drug right now and you're petrified of putting food in your mouth, you're petrified of losing control, you're petrified of being off the medicine because you're afraid of gaining weight, it's because you don't believe you're the actual person that can hold space for the version of you, if that makes sense, that is that weight. If you don't believe you're capable of being that person, you're going to if you are in a state of fear of stepping off the food plan or of stopping the weight loss drug, if you're so afraid of that, or afraid of putting food into your mouth, if you're living in fear, it's because you don't believe you're worthy of it. You don't believe you're capable of it. You haven't become the version of you that it's just not even a big deal. And what I realized was, because I did the work to believe I'm worthy, because you are worthy, you're worthy of being whatever weight you want to be. You don't have to ask for permission from anyone. You're very capable of being at a certain weight. You're more powerful than the food you put in your mouth. I didn't believe any of those things. I didn't even believe I was worthy of eating good food. I wasn't worthy of eating a piece of cake, right? Especially being in recovery for food addiction. I gave up sugar and flour for like 12 or 13 years. I thought I was, I wasn't good enough to eat those things. They weren't for me. They were for other people. Food is neutral. I didn't believe I was worthy of those foods. I didn't believe I was worthy of being a certain weight, that I was capable of being that person, that was a joyous thing for other people. And that's not who I am today. I've totally changed my beliefs. And I currently, it took me about 6 months to lose 10 pounds. 6 months, it was a long time. It could have been like 8, really, if I look at the data. But first of all, I enjoyed the ride, though 10 pounds to lose that, to take that long. There were times where I was like, what the F? Why is this taking so long? And that my brain started to offer me, not for you. It's not going to happen for you. You are not qualified for this. You don't get to have this, is what my brain would say to me. And I didn't listen. I decided that I was going to pick a journey to lose the last 10 pounds that felt really good to me. I wasn't going to rob myself. I wasn't going to deprive myself. And I was just going to experiment to see what worked for my body, deciding that, yes, I'm capable. Yes, I'm worthy. And it took some time, but I've dropped some weight, and I am not fearful of gaining it back ever. I'm not fearful of putting food into my mouth. I live free and joyous and happy, where in 2016, 17, 18, in that weight loss journey, I was petrified of putting food into my mouth, petrified of stepping off my food plan, felt like an impostor in my really beautiful, thin, lean body because of our beliefs, because of what we believe about ourselves, because what we believe about food, our capabilities, our worth. It all matters, and it is connected to your relationship with anything, your relationship with your partner, what you believe about yourself, your worthiness, your capabilities shows up in your job, shows up in your relationship, in your marriage, your partnership, your relationship with receiving and making money, and it shows up in your relationship with your body and food. And in my Stop Overeating workshop on Thursday, if you're like, maybe I don't think I'm worthy, that's why I sabotage it. Right? Because that's why I would lose weight and I would binge, and I would lose weight and I would binge, because I didn't think I was worthy of or capable of holding that weight, right? Capable of being the person that is that low weight. And so I would binge subconsciously, because deep down I didn't believe. And I want to help you, show you what I did. What do you believe about yourself, food, your body, your capabilities, your worthiness? What do you believe about it? I want to ask you. Think about that. And in my Stop Overeating workshop, this is what I'm going to go over in detail. Right? At one time, I didn't think I was worthy of being that person, that I was capable of being that person. I wasn't the person that could be that weight with that lean body. I felt like a total imposter. Right? And if you feel like if you're losing a ton of weight really quickly, you might feel like an imposter. I don't want you to feel like an imposter. I want you to feel really comfortable in that weight loss. I want you to become that version of you, and I want to help you do that with this Stop Overeating workshop. This is going to help you see yourself very differently, and that's what I want to help you do. So if this resonates, join me. It is in 2 days. June 19th, it is the Stop Overeating workshop, and it is a free online workshop. Comment or DM me confident, and I will get you registered. But I think about these people that are on these weight loss drugs that are dropping weight really quickly. You don't even have time to become the version of you that is in that thin body. It matters. It's like someone who wins the lottery. Overnight, they get millions of dollars. They have not become the version of them that can hold that amount of money, right? And so what happens? There's so many stories of them going bankrupt, going to jail, like major traumatic, tragic things happen to them because it happened so fast that they didn't get to become the version of them that can hold that can be that can embody it. It's the same with weight loss. And if you're losing weight quickly and you are in so much fear, or if you want to lose weight for the last freaking time, I'm going to show you who you have to become, your version. We all have different thoughts and feelings about our body or the food, all the things. But if you struggle with weight loss and binging, secretly eating, numbing out with food, emotional eating, it is our thoughts that are doing that. It is not the food. I eat sugar and flour today. I was told that sugar and flour was poison to me. I couldn't eat it. If I did, I'd be 1,000 pounds. That's not the truth. I can eat sugar and flour and walk away. I have full control, full power. Because it's not the food. It's what we think about it. It's not the food. It's our beliefs. It's our thoughts. And that's what I want to help you. I just want to show you the 6 shifts that I created, and they're all my thoughts about all the things, who I was and who I am now and how I got there. I want to show you your power so it never becomes a problem ever again for you. So comment or DM confident. Hi guys, I have a few people on, I think. But I am here to, I want to fast track you. I don't want you to sabotage your weight loss. Right? And it's really not even sabotage. It's the version of us inside that doesn't feel worthy. And so it protects you from being that weight because it doesn't think it's safe. That's what it is. There was a version of me that didn't think it was safe to be that weight, right? We feel very vulnerable. Maybe we feel seen. Maybe there's a lot more compliments. Maybe we think we're not responsible enough to stay at that weight. Right? And then people will see us fail, gaining and losing the weight. We call it sabotage, but it is our nervous system. Deep down, it's our beliefs that are trying to keep us safe by protecting us from getting to that result. That's what it is. And so if you're connecting on this in any way, and if you're curious, join us. It's free. It's at noon on Thursday. Comment or DM confident, and I will get you registered. But I wish you all a fantastic, joyful road to your goals, and you are absolutely the person that can achieve them and attain them at any time. And it is our job just to believe in ourselves. And I want to show you how to do that with your relationship with food so that you can go to a party and not worry about losing control, not fearing eating, right? Not fearing when you stop the weight loss drug. And if that's resonating, then this room is definitely for you. Sending you love. Bye, guys.